In Greek mythology, there was a king whose endless greed twisted his greatest wish into a living nightmare. Once upon a time, in a golden palace that shimmered like the sun, there lived a king named Midas. He ruled the kingdom of Phrygia and was rich beyond imagination, yet hungry for more. One day he saved a close friend of the god Dionysus, who offered him a reward. Without hesitation, Midas wished that everything he touched would turn to gold. At first it was magic. Trees, roses, even pebbles glittered beneath his fingers. But wonder turned to horror when he reached for food, gold, water, gold. And worst of all, when his beloved daughter ran into his arms, she too turned to cold, lifeless gold. Broken, Midas begged the gods to undo the gift. Dionysus, moved by pity, told him to wash his hands in the river Pactolus. As the golden touch melted away, Midas learned his lesson, that true wealth isn't glittering treasure, but the warmth of life and love. Did you know Zeus, king of the Greek gods, once fell for a mortal boy? There once lived a young Trojan prince named Ganymede, whose beauty was said to rival the heavens themselves. High on Mount Olympus, Zeus, king of the gods, was struck by the boy's grace. In the form of a great eagle, he swooped down from the sky, seizing Ganymede and carrying him into the heavens. There, Zeus granted him immortality and made him cupbearer to the gods, pouring nectar and standing beside him, a favorite among immortals. Some would even say the boy was Zeus's lover, but not all on Olympus welcomed him. Hera, Zeus's wife, burned with jealousy, not only at Ganymede's closeness to her husband, but at the favor he received. Whispers stirred and tensions rose. To quiet the unrest and honor the boy, Zeus placed Ganymede in the stars as Aquarius, the water-bearer, where his beauty would shine forever, pouring celestial rivers across the sky. 5 Greek goddesses you didn't want to mess with. Number 5, Artemis, goddess of the hunt and the moon. She was fiercely protective of her followers and had zero tolerance for disrespect. If you angered her, you might end up like Actaeon, turned into a stag and torn apart by your own hunting dogs. Number 4, Athena was a master strategist who never lost a battle. If you challenged her, you wouldn't just lose. You'd be outsmarted, humiliated, and possibly turned into an animal. Just ask Arachne. Number 3, Eris, goddess of strife and discord. She literally started the Trojan War by throwing the golden apple of discord among the goddesses. She could ruin an entire civilization. All she had to do was whisper a few words and watch the chaos unfold. Number 2, Hera, queen of the gods. If you got on Hera's bad side, especially by being Zeus's lover or child, you were doomed. She was relentless in her vengeance, cursing and tormenting those who crossed her, often for their entire lives. Number 1, Nyx, goddess of the night. Even Zeus feared Nyx, which tells you everything you need to know. She was one of the primordial deities, older than the Olympians, and had the power to shroud the world in darkness, making her nearly untouchable. Top 5 most cruel punishments in Greek mythology. Number 5, the Danaids, wedding night massacre. They killed their husbands on their wedding night, now cursed to fill a bottomless basin with leaking jugs, an endless, hopeless cycle. Number 4, Ixion, betrayer of hospitality, tried to seduce Hera after Zeus welcomed him. For that, he was bound to a flaming, spinning wheel, forever screaming through the skies. Number 3, Sisyphus, king of the grind, cheated death twice, played the gods. His reward, pushing a boulder uphill for eternity, only to watch it roll down every time he almost reached the top. Number 2, Tantalus, the original tortured soul, fed his own son to the gods. Now he stands in water he can't drink, under fruit he can't eat, eternally teased by what he can never have. Number 1, Prometheus, the Titan fire thief, stole fire for mankind. Noble, but Zeus chained him to a rock where an eagle tore out his liver every single day, but each night it would grow back due to his immortality. In Greek mythology, the Greek god Zeus had to fight for his life from birth. Cronus, the mighty Titan king, swallowed each of his own children, driven by a chilling prophecy that one would rise against him and steal his throne. But his wife, Rhea, had a plan. She gave Cronus a stone wrapped in cloth and hid her last son deep within a cave on Crete. That child was Zeus. Raised by nymphs, Fed by a divine goat, Zeus grew not just in strength, but in purpose. When he came of age, he returned, not as a boy, but as a force of nature. With a trick, he freed his swallowed siblings. Together, they rose against the Titans in a war that shattered mountains and cracked the sky, the Titanomachy. After 10 years, the Titans fell. Zeus took the sky, Poseidon the sea, Hades the underworld. The world was theirs, but Zeus was more than a warrior. When a prophecy warned that wisdom would birth a rival, he swallowed the goddess Metis, only for Athena to burst from his mind, armored and radiant. And when mankind turned wicked, Zeus didn't blink. He cleansed the earth in a great flood, sparing only the worthy. From hidden child to king of Olympus, Zeus didn't just survive fate, he became it.